Hello to welcome all the Aquarians out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, what this is all about, this is the monthly horoscope of December for Aquarius in general, and precise, concise videos, not too long, but you know what's going on for sure. Now, a couple of things are very important for the month of December, of course, all that activity in your sign with Saturn and Jupiter. I'm going to talking about that, going to talk about the eclipse, going to talk about Mars, and going to talk about Lilith. So let's get started with mostly important for you. You are going to be in the spotlight as from next year for sure, but already starting in December. As you are getting Saturn in your sign, in the sign of Aquarius on the 18th, and Jupiter joining the club on the 20th. So what we call a conjunction, when two planets are very close to each other. These two planets are going to enter your sign, going to stick there for most of 2021. So it's just the beginning. Now this is very, very good news, because normally when Saturn enters your sign, it can be quite tough. It can be quite testing because it's a maturity cycle. And it depends a bit on the age that you have. You know, people who are a bit older can deal better with Saturnial cycles than people who are very young. So, but it depends also on your character, not only on the age. But what does it mean? As I said, normally Saturn appearing in your first house is all about a new maturity cycle, an upgrade that you could say, or taking on more responsibilities in your life for sure. But it's all quite serious, and therefore it can be a bit tough. But what is quite unique for you Aquarians, and definitely the Aquarians who are born, the early born Aquarians, so who are born in January, they will feel it actually the most. All Aquarians will feel it, but definitely the ones who have a birthday on the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th of January, these ones are going to feel it the most, this energy. Jupiter is also going to enter your first house. So whenever we have contradictory energies, it means what it means. Namely, you're going to experience both of these energies. You're going to experience expansion, which is Jupiter. And I mean, it's in your first house, so that has to do with your life path, expansion there, and Saturn is seriousness. Whenever I see these two planets conjoining together, Jupiter conjunct Saturn, when I see that in a natal chart, it's definitely a practical visionary. It's someone who has a vision and who has the wherewithal and the patience to go after there and to make it real. So it is for you. A lot of you Aquarians are at the beginning of like a new birth, so to speak. That has to do with themselves for sure and their life path, but of course with relationships, because that's a reflection, right? So a lot is happening with you in a way that you are expanding, but you're also being very cautious and serious about things. You're breaking up boundaries, but you're also setting boundaries. It's like there's two together, and that can definitely make it easier for you to implement this maturity cycle because of the Jupiter there. And it's also the conjunction on fixed stars that are quite positive. On the fixed star Altair, which is about naturally very confident energy, and also lovable energy of the fixed star of Albireo. So very good indeed. So if you are an Aquarian having planets between 0 and 5, wow, what are you gonna do? Let me know in the comments. You've got opportunity for new starts for sure. And it's pretty obvious that you're gonna do this in an avant la lettre way, which is the way of Aquarius. I could stop here because this is the most important thing that is happening for you, because it's all new and fresh. But I will continue to keep on talking about that next year because it's so significant. Now, there are other things going on for sure, and that is the eclipse. So on the 14th of December, we're going to have an eclipse in a fire sign, which goes well with your energy. So the eclipse is more positive for you as you are an air sign. And it's happening in the 11th house of goals and dreams and wishes and friends. And it's the sun together with the moon together with the south node. So it's about letting go. It could be that some old so it's on the 14th of December, belonging to the Saturn cycle full south. It's the same one as the cycle of the 30th of November, the eclipse there. Powerful emotional feelings of faith, definitely considering friendships. So that could be a letting go of a friendship. And it's karmic, you know. It's not about they're good, I'm good, or they are bad, or vice versa. It's about a letting go. That are no longer suiting you, or no longer on the same wavelength. A lot of people panic because of that, but it's natural. It's a natural cycle that when we change, and oh boy, are you changing, that friends, they can do two things. They can change with us or not. And it's obvious that some of them will not change. And that's good as well. So, but it's definitely also about some old wishes and hopes and dreams that are no longer suiting you. They're gone. You know, it's easier to let go of them, especially because this eclipse works very well with the Mars in your third house. It makes a trine. So I've been talking about this Mars in your third house, you wanting to be more fiery in your communication, more real, more pioneering when it comes to communication, when it comes to if you work in an area of communication or buying and selling and communicating and whatnot. This is very, very interesting energy, but it was bumping into Pluto in your 12th house. So there might be under the surface, unconsciously, things that were holding you back. Now, this is still going on. As this Mars is in your third house, still wanting to go forwards with new plans on a communication level, or with siblings, or with people from the neighborhood. You want to be active with them. But Pluto is about this. When you do this action, it's going to have consequences, and it's Plutonian consequences, which means transformation. And that is what you probably unconsciously fear. But whatever it is, now these consequences are going to be very clear, and you have the free will to decide, I go for it or not. But it's definitely a lost call, because this Mars bumping into Pluto, it's happening for the third time, the third and the last time here. So that could be something interesting that you're wanting to implement here as well. But that this, you could say, the letting go of old dreams is actually helping you of implementing what is new for you and what you want to learn. Maybe something definitely totally new that you want to learn as well. And last but not least, Lilith and Uranus are going to conjoin for the whole month together in your fourth house in Taurus. And next month, Mars is going to join the club, because all of this gathering of energy, I want to talk about this. This is really in the core of your chart. So this is on a deep emotional level, happening there. And what this is all about, Uranus is about liberation, and Lilith is about, it's a female energy that has to do with, it really knows what it wants and it goes after it. You know, when a warrior kind of energy, very sensual as well, and certainly in the sign of Taurus. Now, it has to do, the two together has to do with wanting to free yourself up, wanting to be wild, wanting to be freeing yourself up. In what way? In an emotional way, because it's your fourth house. It could be also on a material level, that you want to sell your house and change it and you know, buy a new one, selling and whatnot. But I'll talk, taking action will be more for next month when Mars joins the club. But on a more deep level, for a lot of you, it will have to do on a very deep emotional level, so that you want to free yourself up from the blockages that you've been going through, and that is more about sincere emotional well-being. That is something that you're going to strive for and that you're going to take action towards next month for sure. Having said that, all these things here, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for throughout the year the support. of all those Aquarians, of subscribing, liking, commenting. Thank you so much. This gives me energy, of course, to make more videos. And this channel is growing very fast, and I like it, and I thank you for that. All the best to you, and see you next time. Bye bye.